welcome to our Week 1 recaps for the Pokemon Void Draft League Season 2. In case you didn't know, I'm Donald Drooper, and I am modding for the Upside Down Division. These are all the drafts. In case you missed that video, it should be on my channel right now. Hopefully, I know it's a bit late, but I am recording this on time, which is good. So, basically, I am modding here as well as playing here, so I'm going to be trying to pick myself. I'm going to try not to pick myself as much as possible, but if I do, I'm not going to feel bad about it. I'll be doing 3 awards, 1 heat of the week, 1 set of the week, or 1 mon of the week, and 1 game of the week. Heat of the week is basically just a really fun set I found that put in a lot of work. Pokemon of the week is just Pokemon that put in lots of effort overall. And game of the week were 3 really pretty, in my opinion, skilled players. 2 really skilled players had a really entertaining, fun match to watch. That is difficult to say. Everyone here is a skilled player, in my opinion. Everyone here is talented. I don't see any bad players here. Just I think some people have a bit more fun matches than others. And with that out of the way, let's get into, first of all, our standings. As you can see, we have the Apple Clan, coached by me, 1-0 plus 6. Drew, who did not give me a team name, unfortunately, at 1-0 plus 5. Eris at 1-0 plus 4. Abyssal, the owner, at 1-0 plus 3. King Koopa at 1-0 plus 2. Snack Machine, who also didn't give me a name. They are using their same logo, I believe, so I will update that for next week. Who has that 1-0 plus 1. And then for our bottom people who lost this week, we have Brad, who was at 0-1 minus 1. B-Dog, who is at 0-1 minus 2. Dunsparce, 0-1 minus 3. Felix, 0-1 minus 4. Shinobu Kocho, who also didn't give me a team name, 0-1 minus 5. And Voidmo, 0-1 minus 6. It is only week 1, so if you are watching this, don't let these standings affect you too much, because this stuff can change drastically between the weeks. I will say it's kind of fun to me that we have a 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 1, 2, 3, 4, a -1, -2, -3, -4, -5, -6. It just decreases from 6 all the way to -6, which is, I think it's pretty entertaining, at least. I will say I'm very proud of myself for being for being first, getting a 6-0 week 1. If it is match of the week, you gotta watch and see. Or if I maybe got a mon of the week, I don't know. And let's get into our MVP race. I'm going to be going over mainly the top 10. It'll usually be the top 5, but since we are in week 1, I think top 10 is a bit more entertaining, because we do have a lot of mons that are just 1-0 or 2-0 from this week. I do want to highlight Eris and Snack Machine, who have a 6-0 and 5-0 with their Pokemon. It's just insane. Like, we have Galarian Articuno, who had 6 kills in a week, and then Dusknoir, who got 5 kills in a week. I will say, this is a Terra Dusknoir, wherever the team is. There it is. This is Terra Dusknoir. Keep that in mind. And then from there, it kind of drops down. We have King Koopa, who had 3-0 Hitmonlee. Drew's Rhydon, Terra Rhydon, with 3-0. My Florges, who went 2-0. Drew's Cleavor, who went 2-0. My Mudsdale, who went 2-0. Abyssal's Rabombi, who went 2-0. And then Brad's Crobat went 2-1. So the first one that died on this kill board. And with that out of the way, I would like to start us off with our Pokemon of the week. Let me fix that. There. Wasn't janky at all, I hope. We have, this one is Eris versus Felix. If I am pronouncing that wrong, I'm sorry. I think I pronounced it wrong in live draft as well. So that is slightly annoying. And we have Pokemon of the week being Galarian Articuno. I think that was very obvious. It got 6 kills in a match, which is that's just nuts. I will be watching this at fast speed, and I'll be turning music off because I don't want to get copyrighted. In case it is copyrighted. And go. We send out Gligar, Mian Shao. We U-turn on the Vaporeon switch in. We have Roki Halman, but we also have most likely That is unfortunate. We most likely have regen. We get a freezing glare, freeze, and we stay frozen. That is very bad. We go into Diancie, who takes about third from. I can't even speak. Who takes about a third from the freezing glare. We have Raiko in on the Diamond Storm, which is less than half, and then we go into Vaporeon on a Scald, which you get the Water Absorb healing, which is very nice. We freeze and glare for 60%, 65%. We go for rocks, which is pretty useful. We have a spinner and Tentacool, but we also have a spin blocker and Zoroark here, so it could be useful. We do go into Tentacool. We do remove our boots because we are Black Sludge, which makes sense. We do see Diancie, but it's actually spin blocked, so it's really Zoroark. So in Zoroark, we go Heracross here. We take a Toxic, most likely we are Guts. So this Facade is absolutely going to nuke this Tentacle for sure. We go into Princess, who has Intim, so we should be able to eat any hit. And we just reveal Toxic into the Diancie switching, which is really nice. We go into Raikou. Wow, we take a good bit from Diamond Storm. We go for Thunderbolt on a read, but we do not take a lot. We take about 25%, and we go down to a Diamond Storm. We U-turn with Mian Chao on the Vaporeon switch in, and we just have our bird back into play. We basically that did not a lot of damage, but since we realized most likely doesn't have a spore or anything, it can't really do a lot of damage back. We do take about 30% from the Leaf Storm, which is pretty good damage for sure. We see nasty plot on the Heracross, which means it's most likely has to be in Zoroark, but we made the aggressive read that it is not going to attack us, and we just nuke with a freezing glare. And from that is basically the game, because we go down and we go down. That is a great performance by Galarian Articuno. That freeze on Vaporeon for freezing glare, it was really unfortunate. I'm not gonna lie. That was really sad, but I broke it. Oopsies. That was really interesting. As you can see, I actually watched the match live, which was pretty cool. It was a pretty fun match to watch. I was kind of going between tabs, but looked at it every once in a while. Next up, we are going to our heat of the week, which is Snack Machines Dusknoir. This match was super long, so I'll be playing this on a hyper fast. Mute that. Actually, I'm gonna click this button, but Snack Machines Dusknoir was Terra Dark this week, as well as the Glalie being Terra Dark and Magneton being Terra Dark. So we are going to watch hyper fast muted. A good start for Snack Machine here. Big damage, Shadow Blast, but Death Drop could be nice. We will protect for lefties recovery, most likely we knock off leftovers. We see the freeze from Ice Beam, which has been on 1 HP, but we thaw. And we go for a Spike. Spike is very nice here, I think. We don't have a spinner. We probably might have like Defog on Scyther, but that's really it. We E-speed, let the Crawdaddy go down. Terra Dark Voice, which is not too much. We reveal we are eject button. This is going extremely fast, by the way. We reveal we are eject button. Scyther goes for U-turn into Switch, only does a 30%, and we get a pretty weak Thunderbolt, only about 15%. We Volt Switch into Crobat. Foul Play. Brave Bird does 28%. We U-turn. Then we reveal a Seismic Toss, so consistent 25% damage. And we also have Toxic to break down Jellicent. We crunch, and then we show we have Rest. If otherwise this one would have gone down pretty easily, but we show we have Rest, so we can basically consistently get recovery back into this month. We U-turn into the Jellicent. We do show we have Defog, which so we get Foul Play off. Brave Bird this turn, U-turn, we Dust still asleep. We reveal we have Sleep Talk. We reveal we are not weak armor on on the Armor Rogue here, because we do not take anything. We do not take the +2 speed. So but we definitely were Flash Fire. We go down. We Terra this turn on a Trailblaze. Trailblaze is extremely interesting. I want to say this one's basically... It's not faster, actually. So I guess the Trailblaze has some sort of sense, but I don't know. We do Sacred Fire only does 35%. So not a lot, for sure. We probably could have done something to get that a bit better. We also saw the Crobat has Roost this turn, which is very, very interesting. Seismic Toss, Brave Bird. We just rest again. This is basically just a stall from here. Like, really not a lot this Mon one can do. We finally go out into Jellicent. We read a Toxic onto our Glalie, who's already poisoned. We get a free Ice Beam, which only does 40%. So probably not invested Glalie, or just Amoonguss is really fast. So probably with that, honestly. U-turn, crit U-turn into Dusknoir. Just go into Entei, who's already poisoned. We get a Psychic. We Volt Switch, try to make the aggressive read. Does not do anything. We don't just take the kill. We do go into Glalie instead. We get a kill into Espeon. Finally, another kill. We just rest here, because of course we do. And then we see this Thunderbolt doing a pretty good amount of damage. So I think this Magnetron is probably the best play we have to win. Just sleep talking into Seismic Toss both times. Waking up in Seismic Toss. Toxicking the Douse is actually big. I'll let y'all see what happens now. Like, it's just stall. So I will show that's why this was Heat of the Week. Really cool Terra type, and then we just got batted. My nose, ooh, I'm running on. It's kind of stuffy. So okay, this Crobat's probably our only way to break the stall. So that I think it is important we keep us alive. We only have one Roost left at this turn, so that's pretty bad. Also only have 6 Brave Birds left. We really probably don't have Giga Drain on this Mon, which is pretty interesting. Would have brought Giga Drain into a Jellicent matchup, but maybe I'm just stupid. You don't need it with Sin 3 Gen anyway. You probably have like, I don't even know. What would you have? Sleep Powder? Spore. Not Sleep Powder, Spore. I'm gonna comment. I can't even comment on this match a whole lot. Like, we get a Freeze Dry kill into Dusknoir, who's a pretty big threat onto our team, honestly. Nope, did not mean to click that. And that's how the cookie crumbles. We basically had to sack Scyther there to not like take too much chip on Dusknoir, but that is a very close game. We have one Mon at 7% on this side, and that's it. So very, very well played to both teams. This is not the game of the week, surprisingly, because I had to highlight this out. But although if I didn't if I didn't was like stuck on this set being Heat of the Week, I would have definitely made it this game match of the week. So, but without further ado, let's get on to our final award. Game of the week goes to King Koopa versus Mer B-Dog. Very cool Sun team with B-Dog. One more cut. Probably really janky right now, but I don't really care. I gave my input. I gave awards, so pretty interesting awards. We have Game of the Week, B Dog versus King Koopa. We can look at this from B Dog side because I like the Sun team. Let me go to fast speed. As you can see, I kind of joined here. We get a pretty strong start. A Cell Rock does not do a lot of damage into the Aerodactyl, surprisingly. And then we just get big earthquake damage. And we try to go for steroid damage, assuming we're rocks, but the dog just goes down. Crazy damage on the high jump kick. But big from a. Why did Flip turn to 53%? What? Volt switch read. Go into Repick. Adorable mon. Crazy good read on the U-turn play. And we pain split to get 7% back. Good read on the earth power. We just toxic instead of like going for dual wing mute or whatever we have, I guess. We do get hazards up with our spinner being Hitmonlee. It's pretty good. We eat that and we get a strong healing wish off. Then you click growth. So he does a lot of damage, but doesn't kill. And now we're basically unguardable flamethrower at +2. That did crazy damage. Like, and I'll tell you this. B-Dog messed up the set. He had a special set, but put like everything into physical attack on accident. So if this thing was special attack, that it would have claimed this mod and then probably another mod as well. So very unfortunate. Hit something, but that's okay. Well, we do have to waste our last sun turn doing that, but we do get a fully healthy Blastoise now, which is very nice. Aggressive read on with Dragon Dance. Could have lost our mon, but our spinner there. Good read on Dracomedia and Chapolion. We knock off our Assault Vest. So definitely a pivot mon here. Get up. We just blast with high jump kick. We get a crit flip turn for 19%. And then we see Aqua Jet. Aqua Jet's really cool tech, I think. Yeah, I'm actually so stuffy right now. I think that's really cool tech. We do have AJs here, so we can basically chip down Mons, allowing for this Hitmonlee to kill. And then from here, we click high jump kick once. We're gonna click high jump kick twice. We click high jump kick 3 times. Reckless high jump kick never misses. I say GG, well played both. Apparently the fried chicken is too fried to be fried anymore by the sun. We got, because you can see, we got a Moltres, Hitmonlee, so they're both fried chicken. Apple click D-Dance, yeah. Apple defraud, which it clicked one move. This is a really fun match, I think. We had a lot of back and forth for sure. If we didn't mess up the set, we probably could have claimed at least a Flapple as well, because I think we did need a Empoleon to pull that back. So we definitely did claim Flapple, which is, it's nice. I think removing any threat, especially one as strong as Flapple with like Hustle, DD, Outrage, Terra Dragon, as we can see in this matchup. So yeah, and those are awards for week 1. Thank you for watching. I do appreciate it. Pretty short recording. Not to make these too long with the awards. Actually, I have no idea how long these recordings are. After editing, will be good. But like, subscribe, do all that stuff. I guess, yeah. And I will see y'all for week 2 recaps. Peace.